What's up, guys? It's me, Brayden Yeeter, back with another episode of Brayden's Halls. This is part number 9. That is the correct amount of fingers, barely. But this is part 9 of the Brayden's Halls series, where I show you the video games that I went out and bought in a specific day, section, time, whatever. We've got about 22, I think it is, video games to go through today. And we're just going to jump into it. And we're going to start with, there was a game store trip that I had. But before that, I bought 2 things off eBay. And they're 2 pretty good ones, if I'm the judge of it. First, this one is a game that we've all seen before. Madden 08, Japan. It's the Japanese edition of my favorite video game of all time. Now, I have every English version and every Spanish version of this game. I believe that there's only 2 Japanese ones, and this is one of them right here. But you can tell this is fully in Japanese. Before you ask, no, I cannot play this game. But look, the disc is green. I don't know what this is about, but the disc for the Japan version of Madden 08 is green. Now, if you've ever seen the regular one, it's silver. Don't know why this is like that, but yeah, it's all weird. Everything's weird about it. It's good, though. It's, like, in good condition. But yeah, the Japanese version of Madden 08, pretty fucking sick. Oh, wait, hold on. Look at this. Look at this fucking spine, bro. This is prestigious. This is prestigious and dope as fuck right here, all right? At least they have, like... Was there even a Japanese NFL player? Because the Spanish version of Madden 08 had Luis Castillo on it for their versions, because they put Spanish player on it because he's Spanish. Was there even a Japanese player in the NFL at that time? So they just were like, nah, we'll just put Vince Young on it like the American version. Who knows? I don't know. But this one here, this one is one of my favorite pieces in my entire collection. For the PS1, bought this off eBay because there's no way I was finding this in real life. Blast Lacrosse. Now, lacrosse video games are one of the rarest video games on the planet in terms of the sports stuff. There are almost none, and physically there are even less. You can think of like big releases lacrosse-wise, like you got this one here. You've got NLL 11 and 10 college lacrosse games. Those were indie games for the 360 that you can't get anymore. Those were digital. You have Casey Powell, 16 and 18. That's also digital. Lacrosse 26, which just came out this year, that's digital. So this is one of very few, if any at all, lacrosse video games on the planet, physically. But it is a full game. Like, it is a simulation. It's an Acclaim game, which means they try to make it a little weird. And it is weird. But it is licensed. You can see the NLL is in this. It is kind of sick, though. Very rarely do I get a game from eBay and I immediately come home and, like, after I get it, I play it that same day. But I ripped some fucking games on Blast Lacrosse. This game's kind of fun. Is it perfect? No, because, again, it's an Acclaim thing, and Acclaim's not very good. But all in all, this is not a half-bad thing. I spent about $20 on this, but it is a great piece for me because I don't have a single other lacrosse game. This is my only one. So this is kind of sick for me. I love this a lot. Frankly, I'm very happy to have that. But we're going to jump in now to where I got to my games from like my stores and what have you. Starting back at the PS1 with NCAA Football 99. Now, this is kind of mainstream, incredibly mainstream college football game. Brayden, wouldn't you have this already? You have like every game on the planet. I already did. Yes, thank you for asking, because you totally did. But there's a reason why I bought another copy of it, because, like, look how good the condition of this one is. It's like, this looks nice. Other than the sticker, which, like, what are you going to do about that? Fucking open. Holy shit. It's good. This has, like, the EA promo thing in it. It's complete copy. Here's what the other one I had looks like. So, there's no manual in it. And the art is just apparently melted to the case a bit. Nothing, no inserts, no nothing, and also I paid like 5 times more for it, basically, if I could stop throwing shit. Like, this one was $1.97, this one I paid $7.37 for, and there's no manual, and no artwork, no inserts, no nothing. So that's great, that's why I bought another copy of a game I already had, but you can't say it's at least a little bit warranted. Now, there was some weird shit, like weird shit I bought. We're going to jump into that real quick. Very rarely do I buy for consoles I don't fucking have, but this was a case of that. We're just going to do both of them. For the PS5, listen, don't ask. Madden 21 Next Level Edition, for the PS5, and I bought this first, You can see it was $4.37 at my main store. You can tell by the sticker. I was like, oh, dude, I don't have a PS5 game. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get this because it's also a special edition of Madden 21 that I didn't have. And then I went to the other store and I was like, oh, dude, they have PS5 games here too. And I got the Mamba Forever edition of 2K21, which is something I would have way rather had this than the fucking shitty version of Madden. This is tribute to Kobe Bryant. I remember where I was when I heard the fucking news that he had died. And this is the tribute to him. This is fucking sick, though. Like, if I was going to have one PS5 game, this is a pretty sick PS5 game to have. Like, I can't play this, but this is a hell of a display piece. And for $2, I'm not going to sit here and complain about this. I love Kobe Bryant. He's one of my dogs. He's a dog. Yeah, he did a lot of good stuff. He never did anything bad. But, yeah, that's really, really nice to have. And we're just going to keep going here. We're going to get back into some NES and SNES old gen stuff here. For the SNES, NHL Stanley Cup. Now, I can't tell you a damn thing about this game except that I bought it for, hello, focus? $3. It was $3. Yeah, this was an exclusive to the SNES game, and that's all I have to say about it, because I don't know. The NES, though, this is bigger. Blades of Steel by Konami, one of the better-known hockey video games of all time. This is kind of a sick thing to have, considering I had this is from the same series as the Konami Double Dribble, I believe, which is one that I've had in a previous Brayden's Halls video. This is kind of sick. This is one I've been looking to get for a while, actually. But spinning off of the hockey thing, ice hockey for the NES, but look, it has the dust cover. It's not a licensed dust cover, but it is still one. And look, it's got the manual. It's got the original manual for the game. But I do ask, though, how does somebody, like, keep the manual, but you lose the box for this game? I'm not complaining about it, because if I had the box, it would have been too damn expensive for me to get. But, yeah, ice hockey for the NES, the original game, pretty fucking sweet to have. But still for the NES, a game that I intentionally didn't ask my thumbnail editor, your boy, to put in the thumbnail, because it's too big of a piece to have. This is one of the most iconic video games, I'd say, of all time. And I'm so happy to finally have it, boys, for the NES. Tecmo Bowl, baby. Tecmo fucking Bowl. You ever had Bo Jackson? You ever heard of Bo Jackson in this fucking game? He's the most overpowered player in a sports video game of all time. Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson. For good fucking reason. He was electric as fucking real life. But man, this is a fucking piece right here. This is, at some point I'm going to get a console that can play my NES, SNES, and Genesis stuff. But this is fucking big. Tecmo Bowl is one of the most iconic sports games of all time. Maybe iconic games if you wanted that discussion. So this is a fucking huge piece for me. You can tell, though, I paid a little. This is Back to Basics episode. So none of these were dollar games, unfortunately. Which means I spent more than it felt like a lot of money I was spending, but really it's like the norm. I just got too used to buying like $1 billion games for like no money. But yeah, that's that. So we're going to head to the PS3 now. We have a couple games for that. For the PS3, Superbike World Championship. I'm not even going to act like I have anything to say about it, so I'm just going to move on. NBA 2K16 Steph Curry cover edition. Now, we're going to be talking more about NBA 2K16 later in the video, but we are not quite there yet. Decent game. And Grand Slam Tennis. This game had been on the rack for like a year, and I kept looking at it and being like, 1037 is too expensive. But then I finally just bit the bullet because I don't have a Grand Slam Tennis game or any, I don't think EA licensed tennis games. So yeah, that's that. PlayStation Move compatible, by the way. That's dope. And then we're going to jump to the Xbox One. We're going to do that next. Well, let's start with the Series X. FIFA 22. This was the cheapest game I bought from my main store that day at $337. Is that Mbappe? I don't know. Maybe it is. I think it is. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't like this sport. This is my newest FIFA game though. This is the most up-to-date FIFA I have. In a previous Halls video, I think it wasn't the last one. I think it may have been 2 Halls videos ago. I said that FIFA, 21 was my newest FIFA game. We broke it already, the new record. I'm not exactly pursuing that record, though. That's not something I'm looking for, but whatever. This one is not a game, but it is a steelbook and a collector's piece, which is pretty fucking sick. If you guys remember my 1000 game video, John Madden Football, they released a steelbook for Madden 23 that is basically the same cover of that. $5 on the price on it, which isn't bad. No game though, which is unfortunate. But if I really wanted to look into it, there's probably a disc only listing for Madden 23 on eBay, so I could feasibly just do that. But this, I looked at the cover of this, man, and after getting the John Madden football for my 1000th game, I couldn't not pick this up. This was kind of a must-have whenever I seen this. This is too sick to not have because it's just a pure parody of the original Madden cover. And this was also the tribute to when John Madden died, which was a fucking shame. But yeah. And finally, for the Xbox One, back to what I said we talked about again earlier, NBA 2K16. Now, this is the Anthony Davis cover of the game. You see, I spent 97 cents on this. When I bought this game, I didn't intentionally pick up this because of the cover or anything. I want to preface that before I talk about what I'm going to talk about. This game, if you didn't know, had 3 different covers for it. And obviously you can tell by the insert that came in the case itself, James Harden, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry. So you had the 3 guys, right? They had 3 different covers. So I went out and I got NBA 2K16 for extremely cheap, and it was the Anthony Davis cover, right? So then I come back home and I'm like, oh shit, this game has 3 fucking covers. So then I look at my shelf and I see this. I've got 2 more copies of NBA 2K16. So then I take my Davis cover and I set it down. And then I show the next one, Steph Curry. And then I look at the next one, James Harden. So I unintentionally bought the final game of my NBA 2K16 collection to have the full collection. It wasn't on purpose. I bought this Davis game because it was so fucking cheap. Like this one was. It was bought from the same store. But I bought this one because it was like, oh, that's cheap. I like NBA 2K16. But unintentionally, I finished my NBA 2K16 cover collection. There are specific 2K games. This is one of them where I just have like a billion copies of them for no reason. I still haven't told the NBA 2K18 story on stream or even on the videos yet, but we'll get there. Yeah, I don't know. That was one of the sickest moments of the day, I will say. But yeah, we've got a couple games for different consoles. We're just going to roll through some of these real quick, because a lot of these I don't really have a lot to say about. For the PS2, NCAA Game Breaker 2001. I had this for the PS1, but this had been rotting on their shelves for a while, so I was like, who else is going to buy this fucking thing? Shout out University of Wisconsin. Backyard NBA Basketball featuring Tim Duncan for the PS2. Look at this shit, bro. Backyard Sports. Bring this shit back. Shaq. Look at Yao Ming, bro. Look at Yao Ming, dude. They should have made more backyard hockey shit, man. Damn shame the only backyard hockey game came on the DS. This shit, dude, Backyard Sports was so good. Hockey could have been so much better. And then this was the most expensive game I bought from my B store that day. Street Hoops for the PS2. Now, this is like NBA Street if it was a little bit worse. I spent $8 on this for my B store, which is by far the most expensive thing I've ever bought there. And I think that'll hold the title for a bit. Let's read the description. The Blacktop is home to some of the best players in the world. Hot sauce, headache, half man, half amazing. From Rucker Park in New York City to the Venice Beach Courts in LA, they rock rims and break ankles. Play as one of these street legends, using their crazy hops and mad handles to school your opponents or build your own baller and see if he's got the skills to pay the bills. This shit's ass. I can't imagine I'll play this game more than like twice. Maybe even more than once. That's probably stretching it. But hey, who knows, man? Greatest hits somehow. But yeah, you can tell this is like sun damage just by the pure color of that like casing right there. This has been, somebody left this in their fucking window as like a, dude, look, I have Street Hoop for the PS2 for like 8 years. But yeah, that's that. We're going to head to the Wii now, where we go to Summer Athletics, the Ultimate Challenge. Now, I had the Winter Sports Challenge one, and I never played it, but this is the summer version of that. But this game behind it this one has a story behind it, and it doesn't look like it does, but it will. Championship Foosball for $2.97. Now, why does this game have lore? I've literally never played this game before. I've never held it in my hand until I bought it that day. Why is this game important to me? I was scrolling eBay one night, and I see a listing for a game called Championship Foosball. Now, I had a little money, and it was about, $10? So I bought it. Championship Foosball. 4 days go by, the seller never ships the damn thing out. So I get my refund, we go back to square one, and I never play Championship Foosball. That was about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe it was like a month, before I went out to my B store, and I found this fucking thing. Just in the flesh. I'd never known this game existed until about 2 weeks before I'd even seen it. And then I go out and I see it just there because that's how life works. But it is just foosball, not football, not soccer. It's the fucking table foosball bullshit. But it's somehow there. Now, we got 3 games left to cover here and then some, like, extras. This video is going to have extras in it. I don't know. But for the Xbox, this is a terrible miss. I didn't believe that I was missing this when I was in the store, but I actually was. Madden 2004 for the Xbox. How does Sports Game Guy not have a fucking Madden, mainstream Madden for the Xbox? This is too not niche for me to not have this shit. Especially the Vic Madden, bro. This is like one of the more iconic Maddens of all time. Because it's the one where Michael Vick was bananas and fucking insane. But, like, this is a pure copy. It's good. I think it was, other than 09, which is, like, incredibly hard to find for the Xbox, the only Madden I didn't have for that console. So, that's good to have fixed. But the final Xbox game in this video, this one is one of the most iconic sports games of all time. And it is a series that I'd never had a game for, which is a shame, frankly, because it's a huge series. Ladies and gentlemen, for the Xbox, this was the most expensive game on the day, so you know it's worth something. NBA Street Volume 2. This is one of the best basketball games, period. This one it's insane. I've never had an NBA Street game. I had 2 NFL Street games, but man, this one was a terrible miss for me. Any NBA Street game. But to have Volume 2 specifically, that's a hell of a pull, man. I'm incredibly happy to have this thing. Just knowing the legacy of this game, I'm very, very proud to now have this. And that's why I spent $15 on it. Because if it was some random game for $15, I ain't buying that. But because it's NBA Street, you gotta buy that, man. And then the final game of this video, before we get to the special segment, for the Xbox 360, FIFA Street. Now, dude, I didn't know this game existed until I went to the store one day and saw it there, and then a month later I came back looking for it, and it was somehow still on the shelf. It's messy on the cover. Couldn't tell you a damn thing about it, but I can imagine it's pretty bad. There's a lot of fucking words on this box, though. Holy crap. For what did the year did this game come out? 2012? For a 2012 video game, this is the most words I've ever seen on a case. Holy crap, man. From the creators of FIFA Soccer. Yeah, I'd imagine. I would imagine. But I also didn't just buy a game when I went to my B store, because they sell more than just video games. You know me, I collect SpongeBob DVDs, so I got SpongeBob Christmas for 97 cents. This thing still has the tape on it. I just hasn't even opened this yet. But this is a SpongeBob thing I didn't have, so I was just like, oh, that'd be funny for less than $1. Like, it's just the Christmas stuff. So that's fun. But I also went to, like, a Dollar Tree before I started that day, because I was looking for a specific soda I hadn't had in a while, and I heard from someone that Dollar Tree had it. But I ended up finding this. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog energy drink. It's peach ring flavored. So I'm going to try this right now, because if you could tell, it's fucking shut. So I'm going to try this right now and see if this is any good. This tastes like every other, like, peach energy drink I've ever had. I didn't expect this to be special, but yeah, no, it's more just peach than peach ring. I mean, I kind of get it. It's called peach ring because it's fucking Sonic. You know, you get the rings in those games, but that's disappointing, because, like, that could have been way cooler than it was. I don't know. Like, it's by no means bad, but it is just kind of peach. Like, nothing special. I don't know what I'm expecting here, but that really, like, it's not great. Yeah, it's just kind of, that's like a whatever drink. I don't know. Great way to drink that at like 11 o'clock at night, though. Great idea, Brayden. But yeah, that'll do it for part 9 of Brayden's Hauls. Thank you guys for watching this video. This one had some fun stuff in it. And I promise you there will be a game collection tour coming at some point. I don't know when, but I'd imagine fairly soon, honestly, because, like, I'm probably not going to head back out to another store for a bit. Listen, game collection tour, that's going to be a fun video to film. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. Just make sure, check the description, follow the Twitch, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord server. We got a lot of shit going on. The NHF starts pretty soon, just about a week from now, actually, which I'm very excited for. Hope you guys are too. But that is it for me. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.